Okay, welcome to Backyard Barbecue with Bob. Today we are talking about one of my favorite things, pork loin. I love pork loin. As I mentioned, this is one of the first things I think you should try on the Big Green Egg. I just love it because it's simple and it's always delicious. One pro tip, and you'll see this more when I take this off, and you'll hear me say this a bunch of times, get yourself a good thermometer. That is the difference between a good backyard barbecue chef and a great one. Honestly, that's what separates you, because this meat, if you pull it off at 150 degrees versus 170 degrees, it's gonna taste totally different and be far less juicy with the latter. So let's talk about how to cook it. And again, I told you it's pretty simple. I've already got the egg heated. We're cooking with the convector in and feet up and cooking on the grate. So as you can see, I got some smoke I threw in here for a little bit of flavor. These are pre-seasoned pork loins. You can obviously buy pork loins and season them yourself. That's pretty simple to do. To keep it simple, I just did the pre-seasoned ones. So I wish I could tell you there's some magic formula to what we're gonna do today, but I'm literally gonna put this on here. I'm gonna close the lid. Now I like to cheat. It's gonna come back up. We'll be doing about 350, 375. I'm gonna say, hey Siri, set a timer for 45 minutes. So in 45 minutes, we're gonna come back and give them a flip. They'll need another probably 20 to 30 minutes after that and they'll be done. So we'll see you in a bit. Oh yeah, perfect, look at that. It's right stuck a little bit, that happens. Boom. Now, this is where the meat probe is gonna come in to importance, but obviously, like I said, we got at least another 20 minutes before this is done. So we'll check it again in 20 minutes. All right, we're back. So we're gonna check these pork loins. These are pretty small ones, so I'm guessing they're gonna be about an hour total. What I'm looking for is an internal temp of about 140 degrees. Then I wanna take them off, let them rest. They'll finish out to about 150 degrees. Little thing about pork, we were all trained to overcook pork. Pork getting overcooked is a thing of the past. There hasn't been a case of trichinosis in pork in a developed country since like the 70s. So you can actually cook pork medium rare. People get a little anxious when you do that, so I usually cook it to where it's about medium well, but do not cook pork well done. It's just such a waste of a good cut of meat. So again, let's see where we're at. Okay, so we're actually at 142 degrees, so these are about perfect to come off. Go ahead and pull these bad boys. And then we're just gonna take these inside, let them rest for about 5-10 minutes, and then we'll cut into them and see how they turned out. All right, let's cut these pork loins open and see how we did. As I mentioned, I think it's imperative you don't overcook the pork because I want it to look like that. Look how juicy that is. Oop, I just squeezed it and almost ripped into it. That's what a pork loin should look like. Those are actually maybe even a hair overcooked what I normally do. All right, I can't wait any longer. I'm sorry. We'll finish cutting this in a minute. I got to sample this and make sure it's good. Oh, look at that. All right, that's it for the pork loin. As I mentioned, this is the #1 thing I tell you, you should get out and try these. They're super simple. It's a good way to break in that Big Green Egg. You know, the first few cooks, you don't want to take it over 450 anyways. So this is a great way to break it in. It's also really good food. Until next time on Backyard Barbecue with Bob.